This is the Ohio Ag Net. Today we're in Fort Recovery, Ohio, Director Zehringer's hometown and high school, where today he made history signing only the 17th constitutional amendment here in the state of Ohio. And Director, of course, this all started with issue 2 years ago, almost 80 meetings later, so it's been quite a process.
It has, Ty. The last 18 months have been very productive, though. And I forgot to mention in my remarks earlier, but Director Boggs, my predecessor, really helped get this ball rolling, and so a lot of credit goes out to him. But the citizens of Ohio really did this. Back in 2009, 87 of the 88 counties voted to create livestock care standards. And like you mentioned, the constitutional amendments don't happen too often. So we did a thorough job, almost 80 meetings, like you said. One of the board members just told me he put 15,000 miles on his car just going to meetings. So they were very thorough. And I think we've given the farmers of the state of Ohio a good roadmap to follow, and hopefully we will encourage livestock expansion.
The one thing that we've talked about over the past couple of years is that, of course, Ohio is taking the lead way in this front, but it's something that Ohio producers have done for decades, putting these practices in and taking care of their animals. And Director, when we talk about these standards, there's not a whole lot of surprises when it comes to what's been put in place, but what are some of the things that maybe aren't of the status quo?
Well, obviously the veal issue, Ty, with the tethering of veal, and that was the first issue that we put into subcommittee 18 months ago, and it was the last one we voted on. But we put a lot of time and thought, and again, that's not only consumer driven but industry driven. The veal industry themselves are changing, so it kind of fit in, but it was a little tougher issue. The hog producers, moving out of gestation crates, that's going to be a change. But again, we've devoted to working with them to come up with alternative ways to replace that. The poultry folks, if you're coming into this state and you're a new poultry grower, you're going to have to handle the new enriched cage, and so again, but industry's moving that way. So you had mentioned a lot of things aren't new, and that's because the farmers of the state of Ohio are great at animal husbandry. They really are. A lot of times the animals are fed before the kids are, because they get up early, they take care of the animals, and animals don't produce if they're not treated fairly and with respect and the environment around them. So just a lot of common sense into these regulations.
Lastly, Director, with the signing of today's bill, it goes into law, but talk to us about the ongoing process as we start to add more standards and start to change things around. It's very much an ebb and flow.
Well, that's part of the standards and part of the amendment. 3 times a year, this committee will continue to meet, and we'll look at things, and if we need to make adjustments, we'll do them then.
You can see the standards for yourself. The document is online at ohioagnet.com, and a great day for Ohio agriculture here in Fort Recovery with Director Zehringer. I'm Ty Higgins reporting for the Ohio Ag Net.